Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students, I am your mathematics teacher Muhammad Amjad Saeed from Pakistan International School, Taif. Today we will continue our lecture number 9 from first year mathematics. This is chapter number 1. Last time we were having the theorems on page 21 and this theorem number 7 was left. So we are going to have today, this is z1 bar mod minus z2 mod is less than equal to z1 plus z2 whole mod is less than equal to z1 mod plus z2 mod. We have to prove this result. Here there are two cases. If points A, C and B are non-collinear, it means that they are not along same straight line. Collinear points are like that. A, B, C, like this. So these are collinear points. The points lying on the same line, that is known as they are known as collinear points. Whereas A, B and C, they are non-collinear points. They do not lie on the same line. So first of all, we will consider case number 1 when points are non-collinear. Suppose, consider we have two complex numbers z1 a plus iota b denoted by a and z2 is c plus iota d, which can be written as in case of ordered pair a, b and c, b. After that, OC is parallel to AB. We complete a parallelogram in such a way that OC is parallel to AB, or rather you can say AB is parallel to OC. They are equal in length and they are parallel also. Similarly, CB is parallel to OA. This is the completion of parallelogram OA, B and C. Dear students, I am repeating again. Consider two complex numbers. Z1 is equal to A of AB and Z2 is equal to C of CD. Now we will complete the parallelogram in such a way that AB will be congruent to OC and AB is also parallel to OC. Similarly, CB is congruent to OA and CB is parallel to OA also. Here we draw a diagonal OB. We draw AB on x-axis and CQ on x-axis also. Remember that if you want to reach A of OB, A unit along x-axis OB and B unit along the y-axis AB. Again, I am repeating, A of AB means that you have to move from the origin A unit up to B and B unit up to A from P to A. So this is X component OP and Y component is AP, that is B. So it is AP. Similarly, if you want to reach C of CD, then you have to move OQ C unit along x-axis and also you have to move from Q to C, that is D. Now you know that what about Z2 mod? Basically this OC is equal to AB. If AB is parallel to OC or equal to OC, then definitely AB will have the same component X and same component Y, which was C and D. So that's why I have written this C. Again I am repeating, because AB is parallel to OC and AB is congruent to OC, therefore the AB will have same X component like OC, that is C. Similarly, Y component was D and here is D. Now draw perpendicular BR and AD perpendicular on BR also. Draw perpendicular BR on x-axis and AD on BR such that you can see this is A and this one is C. So what is total? Total is OR is equal to A plus C. Similarly, AB was equal to B. So DR is parallel and equal. This is a rectangle. So this is B. So BR will be equal to B plus B. So this one. So we have, it is clear from the figure that coordinates of B are A plus C and B plus D. I have told you how we got that A plus C and B plus D. That is, now Z1 mod magnitude of Z1 is equal to OA. OA is equal to Z1 mod. OC is equal to Z2 mod. Basically, OC is equal to AB mod. That they are same. OC is equal to Z2 or AB mod also equal to Z2 mod. And similarly, OB is equal to OR plus BR. So this is the resultant of Z1 mod and this is Z2 mod. Remember that this is Z2 mod and this is Z2 mod, AB also. So in this triangle, you can see this is your triangle. In triangle OAB, OB is equal to Z1 mod plus Z2 mod. This is resultant. So Z1 mod plus Z2 mod is equal to this one. So here we can have OB mod is equal to Z1 mod plus Z1 plus Z2 mod whole mod. After that, in triangle OAB, we have the rule. Some of you have seen this in the theorem. So what is the theorem? Sum of two sides, sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than third side. Again, I am repeating, you have seen in the 10th class a time that sum of, in any triangle, sum of two sides must be greater than third side. So here in triangle OAB, OA plus AB is greater than OB. Here it is written. OA plus AB is greater than OB. So you can have, put the values, OA mod was Z1 mod and AB is Z2 mod is greater than Z1 plus Z2 mod. This is equation number 1. Similarly, in the same triangle OAB, difference of two sides is less than third side. This is also the rule. Actually, it is the corollary of your theorem. It is the corollary of your theorem that in any triangle, sum of two sides is greater than third side. This is theorem. And difference of two sides is less than third side. In the same triangle OAB, OA mod minus AB mod is less than OB mod. Here you can have Z1 mod minus Z2 mod is less than Z1 plus Z2 whole mod. That is number 2. I hope that up to here you understood. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear students. Now we are moving to our this question. Here we have equation number 1 and 2. By combining equation 1 and 2, we got that Z1 mod minus Z2 mod is less than Z1 plus Z2 mod whole mod is less than Z1 mod plus Z2 mod. That is equation number 3. Here inequality sign, you can see inequality sign from here. Now in case number 2, for the equality sign, we have to consider case number 2. When the points are collinear, it is clear from the figure that the points are collinear if and only if this is the case, if A over B is equal to C over D. So in between A and D, B and C are the midpoints. Now you can see from the figure that is OA mod is Z1 mod and OB mod is Z2 mod. As OA mod is equal to BC mod, therefore Z1 can be written here. So what is the total OC mod? That is equal to Z1 plus Z2 whole mod. That's why I have written that Z1 mod plus Z2 mod is equal to OB mod plus OA mod, but OB mod and OA mod, actually OA mod is BC mod. So you can say OB mod plus BC mod, that is equal to OC mod. But OC mod is equal to Z1 plus Z2 whole mod. So this is the equality sign from here. Now we have to discuss less than an inequality case. We have result number 3. You can check. Also, actually I want to bring the less than and equal to inequality both at the same time. Here is Z1 mod can be written as Z1 minus Z2 or plus Z2 minus Z2 mod. They are equal because they can be cancelled out. After that, Z1 mod can be written as Z1 plus Z2 whole mod plus minus Z2 mod. Still there is equal sign because if Z2 is equal to 0, then they can be here. That will be equal. But because of this absolute valued function, when it becomes minus to positive, we have Z1 mod is equal to Z1 mod plus Z2 mod, and then this is plus Z2 mod. Now this minus is changed to positive because of the absolute valued function, and definitely this is not equal. This may be less than or equal to, because in case of less than or equal to, this is not to be cancelled out now. Less than, because these are positive terms. Definitely Z1 is less than that one. And still equal sign only prevails when Z2 is equal to 0. Complex number. Additive identity. So bring this Z2 to the left hand side. Z1 mod minus Z2 mod is less than equal to Z1 plus Z2 mod. This is number 4. From 3 and 4, we combine the result from equations 3 and 4. Combining the result, we will have less than equal to sign here. So I hope that you understood this step. I brought the equality sign and less than sign also. So that was your theorem number 7. After that, we will have polar form of complex number. Polar form of complex number. Dear students, we have next topic, that is polar form of complex number. Polar form of complex number. Consider the complex number z is equal to x plus iota y as shown in the figure. It is represented by OA, that is x plus iota y. That is known as R, or you can say this is a mod. So here it is clear from the figure that OA is representing our complex number z is equal to x plus iota y. It can be written in terms of ordered pair xy. Now, as a rule, if you want to move from O to A, you have to move x unit along x-axis and y unit along y-axis, then you reach here. Again, I am repeating that this is a point A of xy. It means that from the origin, you have to move x unit along x-axis and y unit along y-axis, then you reach here. Now, here we have, it is clear from the figure that x is equal to r cos theta and equation number 1, and x is equal to r, y is equal to r sin theta. R is equal to z mod and theta is known as argument of z, that is the angle with the horizontal component. Here is from the x-axis we have the angle. How we got this x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, you can check from here. In right triangle OAB, base over hypotenuse is equal to cos theta. Base over hypotenuse is equal to cos theta. It means that x over r is equal to cos theta, x is equal to r cos theta, you got that. Similarly, perpendicular over hypotenuse is equal to sin theta. So perpendicular y over r is equal to sin theta and y is equal to r sin theta, you got that. So these are the two equations got from this idea. We are using trigonometric ratios in right triangle. You know that in 9th class and 10th class we have frequently used this trigonometric ratios. Hence, z is equal to x plus iota y, and now put the values of x and y. X is equal to r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. This is equation number 3. Now, dear students, this is polar form of complex number. Equation number 3 is the polar form of your complex number. But still, two quantities are unknown. Two quantities are unknown, which are r and theta. R and theta unknown. For r, scaling and adding equation 1 and 2. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Scaling and adding mean first you take scale and then add left plus left is equal to right plus right. First you take scale of both and then add, you will get left plus left, that is x square plus y square. Right plus right, r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. You take r square common, cos square plus sin square theta is 1. So taking square root, you got r, the value of r, x square plus y square whole under root. So this is value of r which is unknown. After that, second unknown value is theta. You can check, second unknown value is theta. So dividing equation 2 by 1. Dividing equation 2 by 1, right divided by right, left divided by left. So r cancel, this is tangent theta is equal to y over x, and bring tangent to the right hand side, it will become theta equal to tangent inverse y over x. So dear students, actually this equation number 3 is the polar form of complex number. But you have to find two values all the time. What is value of r and what is value of theta? These are unknown values. This topic is important. Sometimes I have seen this in the exam, 4 marks question. So be careful. And I hope that you understood all the steps. Even these 2 steps in your book, it is written directly. And this is also written directly. They have not explained that in the book. So be careful and you can prepare from here. I hope that each and every point is clear now. And okay, inshallah, we will continue our next lecture with our next topics. Inshallah. Okay, Allah Hafiz and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.